Okay, sorry. After this creating requisition, it needs some approval. So there is again the specific either recruiter or there are members from the hiring team who are work, play role as a approver and then approving that requisition. Once that requisition got approved, there is one stage that is job formatting. Like there are few like employer descriptions and we have to set all those fields in the job formatting. Once this job formatting is done, that particular requisition got posted. So there were two different postings, like internal or external. If particular requisition is for internal employee or for the external employee, or we as a recruiter have choice whether to post that requisition for internal purpose or for external purpose. So that step is performed in the job post. So once we have done with this requisition part, like we have created requisition, we have posted this job requisition. Okay. So the first stage is creating requisition, and then further, once we have posted this job requisition, it will for the external candidate, it will post it on the career site. Once that posted to the career site, candidate are applying. Those are the external candidate for that particular job requisition. So once the candidates have applied for that job requisition, recruiter is the one who help to schedule interview for those candidates. And once we have done with the interview thing, then offer is released to those candidates. All those steps were there in the test case. This was the exact flow. Like first is creating job requisition. Once we have done with the creating job requisition, then we will move to the like candidates are applying through career sites. So in this whole session, we are going to learn, like for today, I'll show you how this testing is performed. So it is basically on the UI, like how the processes are happening. And like maybe today and tomorrow, I'll go through all the test cases. And the after this 2 3 sessions, we will look into it, like how these things are configured at the back end. So for today, I'll start with the first test case, like a first process flow, that is creating a job requisition. So for creating the job requisition, whenever we are clicking on this hiring tab is responsible for, like this hiring is basically responsible for all the recruitment processes. So most of the test cases in this recruitment module is about we are supposed to click on this hiring. So once we are getting to this hiring tab, first tutorials we will see how to create the requisition. So for this requisition, we have to add, click on this add button, and this is where we are supposed to create the requisition. We means as a recruiter, they are responsible. So in this ORC model, whole recruitment process, one role is recruiter role is there, hiring manager role is there. So recruiter is the person who is the owner of all this ORC process. Like recruiter has the maximum privileges of this recruitment process. Hiring manager is also responsible for all the recruitment process, but compared with the recruiter, hiring manager have less privileges to the recruitment process. Like here, this person, this user Alex Brown, I have set this user as a recruiter. So you can see that create job requisition has total these many sections. This first section is how, then basic info, then hiring team, then requisition. So total there were 13 sections were there. But if we create this job requisition as a hiring manager, then only not only all 13s will be enabled, only few sections are there which are mandatory to update. So generally in some organization, hiring manager just create the job requisition and then recruiter update those requisitions. So here in this house section, requisition type. So there are two types of requisition in the system. One is standard and another is pipeline. You can hear me, right? And even my screen is visible to you.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Yeah.
Okay, okay, thanks. So requisitions are there are two types of requisitions. I got somebody wants to know that. So there are two types of requisition. One is standard and pipeline. So standard are the type of requisition. Like for example, there are few vacancies in the organization which recruiter wants to fill, like for this specific duration. Like for example, there are a few vacancies which recruiter supposed to fill by this month only. So all those, like whatever the requisition for which interview is happening on the same time and the offer will be released on the same time, those requisition are called as standard requisition. So throughout the process you will see that for the standard requisition we have access to create the job offer. But if we create any requisition as a pipeline, so you will get that posting option. Even the candidate can apply for that requisition, but you can't release offer to those pipeline requisitions. So for to convert those sorry, to release the offer to those kind of requisition, we need to convert pipeline requisition to the standard requisition. So we can conclude that like pipeline requisition are those generally recruiters are raising those requisition for the future purpose. If for any vacancy they after a few months there will be some kind of a vacancy over there, then they will just create this requisition and try to get maximum as much as possible candidates so that they can get like specific skill candidate for that particular position, just for the purpose of getting, like if there are thousands of vacancies are happening, and how to get all those like resumes in the same time span. That's why these kinds of pipeline requisitions have been posted. So just you can make a note of that. For the standard requisition, we can schedule interviews and we can release the offer. But for the pipeline requisition, we are not releasing offer. We are just gathering the candidate and scheduling interview for those candidates. So again, then there is this use. These are some privileges assigned to particular requisition. So based on like position job, existing requisition means if there is already requisitions in the system or already raised requisition, then recruiter can just click on this existing requisition, pick that particular requisition on pick that particular requisition, and then you, like as a recruiter, they don't need to enter all the details because they have already filled all those details in the existing requisition. For now, I'll go with this position. The mostly client will go for this position and job. Template means like these are the some template already saved in the system, and recruiter can use those templates. They can update those templates and then just post those requisitions. So for now, I'll select this position as a requisition. For position requisition, this business units are compulsory. So again, these values are depend on client to client. So for now, I'm selecting any business unit. So these are business unit are the lookup values. Got some notification. Yes.
I joined. You can continue.
Okay. Oh, so business. I selected some business unit. Okay, so let me select.
It can be random, or we need to select some specific business unit only.
Since this is no, this is the demo instance. So whenever we are working on the client project, no, there will be hardly 4 to 5 or like max to max fixed number of business units based on their work area. But here in the demo instance, I'm just selecting whatever the value which is there in the database right now. Okay. So for now, just to create a requisition, you can select any business unit, but make sure that business unit must have some positions over there, or because since this is the practice instance, no, for some of the business unit, you will not get any value for the position, neither for the job. So after this, we will just click on continue. Here, this requisition title, which we already selected, number of openings. Again, there are two values: limited, unlimited, and language. I'll only highlight those sections which we are going to learn as an implementation consultant. So, a hiring manager, for now, I'm just considering hiring manager as a mark interlink. All this hiring manager, recruiter, all this detail, we will, whenever we are working on the live instance, the client will provide all those details, like who will be the recruiter and who will be the hiring manager. For now, I'm just using the same user. Okay. If you want to add collaborators are the hiring team members. They don't have access as a recruiter or as a hiring manager, but they can view the requisition, how much candidates have applied for this requisition. All these things they can do, but like they can't edit anything, they can't delete anything. All those rights or privileges not given to this collaborator. So if we want to add some collaborator, can add the collaborator over here. For now, I'm just clicking on the, then again, requisition structure. So in this requisition structure, these are the uh, predefined values. Some client may go for this campus contingent executive, or some client may go for all the value. Again, depend on client to client, but these are the fixed values. Like for this recruitment type, you will be getting this drop down values only. So these are the 5 types of recruiting type provided by Oracle. Then I'll choose any one. Organization, again these organizations, this comes under the organization hierarchy, like uh, that organization may have different business unit, different legal entity. So based on that, we are going to see like how this organization, these lookups are coming, and like how these are configured at the backend. For now, I'm selecting any one value. Again, on the real instance, there will be only few values based on for which different location their organizations are, and based on their business unit. Again, this value is provided by client. Most of the instance, since those are the specific customized instance, some values are populated, or even some drop downs have only single values. If the particular organization is in US only, then here or particular is specific to country, and if they don't have so many of work areas, so in that case some drop down values are only one or two values. Again, this primary location based it is again based on whatever the business unit we have selected, this value is getting populated. Then other location is specifically for if the same requisition, or recruiter wants to fill same vacancy for the different location, then you can choose the value for the other location. Again, this job family and job function, these are based on the hiring manager. So if you have noticed that, like whenever I'm selecting this hiring manager, one pop-up that is showing like I'll just repeat that thing. Whenever we select this hiring manager, then whenever we are selecting hiring manager, it is showing that do you want to change the department, legal employer, primary work location. So all these values are based on the uh, name of hiring manager. This is HR specialist. I'll select the mark 130. So all these values are again the auto-populated job family, job function. But sometime on the client instance, we are supposed to validate these values because they given us some taste data, and based on that taste data, like for the respective hiring manager, they have given some job family code and job family function code. So we have to validate this value. But for now, like these are the auto-populated values on the demo instance. Then worker type, contingent worker, employee, what type of worker, all these are the not mandatory fields. Again, these all these sections are vary from client to client. Some client may disable this section like posting description, fee, estimated time to hire. Some client may enable those sections, but total overall 13 sections were there for this creating job requisition. So worker type, uh, all the details, then work requirement. All these are the drop downs. Uh, these are the posting description. If you want to select some posting, all these are the templates configured in the system, and we can choose those templates. Okay, this is the important section, that is offer info. Whatever the information we are filling over here, it is going to populate it whenever we are releasing, or not for whenever we are creating offer for this particular requisition. Like once we have created requisition, some candidate have applied for this requisition. Once they have done with the interview, then there is a step come, like we are creating job offer for that particular candidate. So in that case, all these details will be pre-populated. So currently, even currently, based on the hiring manager, all these departments, primary work location, legal employer, we are fetching. So if you want to do any changes, we can do over here. Then job. This is estimated time to hire. You can select the education level if you want, or something. Okay. This is a configuration section where this is candidate selection process, which is called as CSP. For we like these are the configurational changes. Like these CSPs are again vary from client to client, and these CSPs decide exactly what flow we have to follow. Means like for some client they do screening, then they will go for the interview and selection, then they will move for the offer creation, then they will move to the pre-employment check, and then they will move that particular candidate to the HR. So all these phases are defined in this candidate selection process. So as a implementation consultant, we are going to see how the CSPs are configured at the back end. And again, the CSPs are based on whether we are choosing standard requisition. It is different for the standard requisition and different for the pipeline requisition. Because in the standard requisition, as I said, like we are creating offer for the standard requisition, but in pipeline we are not creating offer for the pipeline requisition. That's why like CSPs are different. So this is one more topic which we are learning as a functional consultant. Then this external application flow. This external application flow is configured as a job application flow in the backend. So again, this is the these are the different topics in our session. So this external application flow means whenever external candidate is applying through career site, so what all things are required, like what all details we want to fetch from, like get from that external candidate, all those things are defined in the job application flow, and that particular job application flow we are configuring over here. So depending on the different type of requisition, a recruiter may choose this external application flow, and recruiter may choose different selection processes. So these two topics we are learning in our upcoming session. Again, these are a few drop down values, either yes or no values. Select any one. Let's click on continue. And finally, there is questionnaires. Again, the question. Okay, something happened to this instance. Okay, questionnaire is not configured here yet, but these are the pre-screening questionnaire. Like whenever candidate is external candidate is applying for this requisition, what all questions, like there were few assessment question you can say, if you want to ask to that candidate, those are configured over here in the questionnaire section. Okay, then you just supposed to click on the submit requisition. So this is the one task that is creating job requisition. Okay, some error at the application end. Like final step is you are supposed to click on the submit requisition. I'll cancel this. Okay, this is not created by us, but it is the somebody has created already a set account. Okay, so currently this is already in the posted state, but so let's see if there is any requisition which is in job formatting. I'll just open this requisition. Currently, it is already done with this job formatting stage and even moved to the posting. Still, so whenever we are created requisition, the next step is perform job formatting. So you are just supposed to click on this job formatting. There is employer description and recruiting organization description. So just click on edit. Just uh, there is some problem with the instance. Okay. But I think so. Some problem with the instance, it is not showing exactly. But in the employer description, there is internal and external. You can select the name of organization as a internal description, and then you have to click on this checkbox just to see this external description same as internal. Then same like for the recruiting organization description, and if you want to attach some media files, then you can do that. So like mostly these is the only steps we perform in the job formatting, to just add employer description. So again, this employer description have few organization drop down values which we are supposed to choose. Then currently I'm getting some error while I was creating requisition. But whenever we are creating any requisition, you will not get this tab on very first time. You will see that particular requisition is job formatting in progress. Once we have done with this step, like employer description, then you will get here move to posting tab. We are supposed to click on this move to posting. I'm not trying because it's already there are so many sections which need to be filled, and then only I'll get this. So you can see that this is the step in the creating requisition. So this is already posted requisition. Just you have to click on this action tab. There is an option that is move to posting. Okay. Currently, I don't see any requisition in job formatting. Otherwise, I'll it's not there right now. Okay, you can try at your end, like just try creating requisition, just do job formatting, and then you can post this requisition. Okay. Once you will post this requisition, still we have 10 minutes. So, do you have any questions over here? Otherwise, I'll explain the next flow, like what will be the requisition.
I have one question. Like in the drop down of hiring manager recruiter, you mentioned Mark again and again. So is it only
Actually,
Mark who is
no, no. It is
having?
not only the mark only. Whenever we are working on the project, there will be a different hiring manager and there will be a different recruiter. But currently on this demo instance, no, I have set this Mark Winterling, like I have credentials of this Mark Winterling. So if any case I require to log in as a hiring manager, I can use those credentials. That's why I have used. But whenever we are working on the project, hiring manager will be different and recruiter will be different.
Okay, but for this testing, we need to use Alex as recruiter and Mark
Uh,
as hiring manager, correct?
yeah, like I have said this Alex also as a recruiter and Mark as a even this Mark has a hiring manager role as well as recruiter role. But currently, you can use any name, like just use the name which you have already your username and credentials. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
So once we have created this requisition, there are two types of candidate. As I said, there are external candidate as well as uh, internal candidate. So internal candidate is like I'll show you. If you go to candidate search, if there is specific candidate, I'll see. Maybe there is some candidate who is already there in the system. You can consider this candidate. Okay, this is there already in the system. So what we can do is we can just select this candidate. We can add to requisition. This is for this particular candidate. I've selected this checkbox. Then you can add this candidate to requisition. I think so. That is asset accountant. Okay. was a number I don't remember exactly. 980.
No, it was 970 only.
Okay, 970. Okay. And just select create job application on behalf of us. This one, I'll try adding the another candidate. Now you can see this for this acquisition 970. Okay, here there is one applicant. If you click on this application link, this is the one which we have added right now. This means this is the since I have click on this candidate search, and since this is the employee which is already existed in the system. So this is internal candidate who is applying for this requisition. So for that, there is a step like you have to select the checkbox and click add to requisition, and you can add the requisition. Okay. Once we have added this candidate to the this particular requisition, you can see the status is new and to be reviewed. So this is the first phase. Whenever any candidate apply for any requisition, this is the first phase, that is new phase and to be reviewed. So I'll open this candidate. Okay. So once we have seen, so there are a few steps like you have to click on this message. You are supposed to select the interview template for this particular candidate. Then we have to add the currently there is we are supposed to move this candidate from new phase to there are different phase like new to screening. So as a recruiter, I will move that particular candidate from the screening phase to be reviewed or phone screening to be scheduled. These are the different phases and states. Again, these phases and states are a part of that candidate selection process, which we configured at the backend. So for this candidate, now just you can see the specific status of this candidate is screening and phone screening to be scheduled. After this screening is performed, obviously recruiter is supposed to add interview for this candidate. So for that interview purpose, there is a test case like you can see this is the somebody has created this requisition right now. And for this requisition, job formatting is in progress. I'll just open. Actually, if somebody is working on the same, he may get some error or something. And just for the our understanding purpose, I'll open this requisition. Okay. So this is job formatting. Once you will click on this edit option, you can select here internal. There are few drop down values in the internal drop down. Okay, for now I'll just close this because somebody may be working on the same requisition. And here you can see move to the posting. Once you are done with the job formatting, you can click move to the posting, and then only this posting tab will get enabled over here. And unless and until we move this job requisition to the posting, candidate can see, but candidate can see this particular on the career side, neither on the career side nor on the nor for the internal candidate. So prior to this, like candidate are applying for the requisition, we need to post this requisition. So again, for this posting, there are two options: internal and external. So if a recruiter wants to post is internally, then we will choose post internal posting. And if you want to post this for the external candidate also, so it will post to the career site. I'll show you here. Mm, Now in the posting section, so internal career site and external career site. Internal career site means for the internal employee or the internal candidate. If you want to post this requisition, then you can just edit this requisition and you can select post now and just click on save. So it will appear for all the internal employee as well. And here in the external candidate, external career site, there are different currently on the demo instance there were 2 to 3 career sites. So depending on the client requirement, they will just create the career site. And for the external career site, posting status it is showing as a posted, and here it is showing the name as a Redwood career site. I'll just show you this career site only. Even on this instance, I'll show you how to get this career site address. For now, I'll just show you. This is the requisition. Okay, it's already posted yesterday only. That's why it is showing yesterday. Okay, so these are just I think so two test cases only I've discussed right now. Do you have any doubt?
Can you again show the path navigation to the external site once more?
Uh,
Did you find it?
no, actually, it's there on the test case file, but if you want, I'll show you
Yeah.
here. Since this user has um, somebody has changed the rights of this user, or otherwise, here through setup and maintenance, like since instance is low. For now, like this instance, this is the path. Actually, we are working on this test cases, so I have just saved this career site address. But I'll show you exactly on this demo instance where you will get this career site address. Since it is slow, no, it will take 4 5 minutes to open all those settings. It is through backend configuration. I'm getting this URL right now. Anybody have any doubt other than this? You just have to move to the setup and make sure that you have selected uh, this offering, recruitment and candidate experience offering. Just get this career site, the career site configuration. There are 3 career sites active, but depending on different conditions, about like whatever the requisition we are posting, it got posted on the career site. But the one which we have created right now, it is getting posted on this Redwood career site. So that's why here we have different option. Like you can click on this go to site, and you can just get this.
Okay, got it.
Uh, okay. Other than this, Vikram, you have any query? Indika?
I'm okay, Manal.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm good. So are we going to share, are you sharing us this video as well, right?
It's there, there here, here in. I want you all to here there in the. I have already. It's there. Is this in this video inbox? Just check. Do you have access to this thing?
Okay. Video inbox.
Or every time you are like every
No,
time
we don't
you
have
are you don't have access.
available for members only. Request admin to add you as a member.
Oh wait, I'll add you all. You all are there. Okay, I think so. This uh, your Gmail IDs are with Pramila, right? She will add you as a member for
Okay.
this ORC training batch. Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
I'll ask her so that everyone can access over here only.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Thank you.